Welcome to the chemistry class, children. I hope all are staying safe in your homes. Bible verse says, "But seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you." Matthew 6:33. 8th Standard ICSE Chapter 3, The Language of Chemistry. Subject Chemistry, Session 5. Children, in today's video class, we are going to start with new chapter, chapter 3, and this name of this chapter is The Language of Chemistry. Before going into today's new chapter, let us recap what we have learnt in our previous chapter. We have learnt about how are the subatomic particles placed in an atom. So under that topic, we have seen that mass of electron is negligible, but for proton and neutron it is 1. And this shows that proton and neutron reside inside the nucleus. That is, in atom, the center there will be nucleus. Then we have seen about atomic number and mass number. Atomic number means nothing but the number of proton present in the nucleus, and it is denoted by the symbol Z. And mass number means the sum of proton and neutron present in an atom, and it is denoted by the letter A. Then we have seen about nucleotide symbol. So here the it is the symbol of element with atomic number as the subscript, and mass number is written on the superscript. Then we have seen how electrons are arranged in an atom. It is arranged in the shells, and the shells are named as K, L, M, N, etc. And this electron will revolve around those shells. And we have seen few examples also: hydrogen, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, chlorine and sodium. Then at last we have seen what is meant by ions. Ions means they nothing but the atom will lose or gain electron and it forms ion. When there is a loss of electron, the atom will get positive charge and we call it as cation, and when it gains electron it will carry negative charge and we call it as anion. So these are the topics which we have learnt in the second chapter. The name of that second chapter is the structure of the atom. So we have already completed second chapter. In today's class we are going to start with new chapter, chapter 3, the language of chemistry. Introduction. In India we have lots of language, right? So we speak Tamil, English, Hindi, Urdu, Malayalam, Telugu, etc. So these are few languages that we speak in India. Similarly, in chemistry also we have languages. Okay, so this is the name of this chapter, the language of chemistry. In this chapter, in this video session, we will be learning about symbols, formulas, valency of an element. So about these three topics we will be learning in this video session. So I have already told that chemistry has language, but here this language is not used by words or sentence. Here they are simply represented by symbols, formulas and equations. So the language of chemistry is here used by symbols, formulas and equations. And this language of chemistry was found by the scientist J.J. Brazilius, and he was the one who gave uh, the name language of chemistry. First let us see symbols, about symbols. So here you can see this is gold and the symbol for gold is AU. So this is how we will be giving symbols for each element. Symbols means it is the abbreviation for the name of the element. So we will have an element and the abbreviation form is said to be the symbol. For giving names we have three ways. The first one is the first letter of the English name of an element. So for giving symbol for an element we have three ways. The first way is the first letter of the English name of an element. Children, you can imagine your name also. For example, I have given the name Priya M. So for Priya, the initial is M. So where does this initial comes from? Yes, this M initial comes from his father's name. So his father name is Manoj. So the first letter of his father name is M. So Priya has the initial as M. Similarly, element will also have the first letter has its symbol. For example, carbon, the first letter of carbon is C. So the carbon symbol is C. For oxygen, the first letter is O. The symbol of oxygen is O. And for nitrogen, the first letter is N and the symbol of nitrogen is N. Similarly, for hydrogen, it is H, first letter, and the symbol is H. And for sulfur, here also the first letter is S and the same letter is considered to be its symbol S. The next way is the first letter along with one more letter of the English name of an element. So in element we have two or more elements which have the same first letter. For example, chlorine, carbon, they all have same letter C as its first letter. So in that case what we will do is we have to take two letters and we have to keep it as its symbol. For example, magnesium. For magnesium the symbol is Mg and for manganese it is Mn. So here you can see both has the same letter, starting letter. So we are taking two letters in order to give its symbol. Similarly for chlorine and calcium, for chlorine symbol is Cl and for calcium it is Ca. For beryllium Be and for bromine Br. So this is the second way for giving symbol for elements. The third way is one or two letter of the Latin name of an element. So here we are going to give the symbol according to the element's Latin name. For example, sodium, the Latin name of sodium is natrium. So here the first two letter from natrium is taken and given as its symbol for sodium. So symbol of sodium is Na. Similarly for potassium, the Latin name is gallium. So the first two letter is taken, that is the first letter is taken K. So the symbol for potassium is K. Similarly for mercury, it from Latin word Hg is taken. Similarly for silver, the Latin name is argentum and the first two letter, that is A and G, is taken as its symbol. So for silver the symbol is Ag and for gold Rm is the Latin name and the first two letter is taken and the symbol of gold is Au. So till now we have seen what is symbols and the three ways to represent symbols. Now let us see What does a symbol represent? So it represents two things. The first one is an element in a particular. So for example, sodium chloride. So it is also called as common salt. Next example is copper. It is red brown. Next is gold. It is yellow. Calcium. It is a metal. Another is chlorine. It is a non-metal. The next symbol representation is an element of an atom of an element. So it represents the number of one atom of an element. So for example, gold means AU. It means it has one atom in it. Next we are going to see about formulae. Formulae means it is of the molecule which gives number of atom of the same or different element present in a molecule. So formula of an element is atom will combine with another atom and it forms a molecule, as we all know. So here the number of atom contained in a molecule will be considered as the atomicity of molecule. You have already learnt all this concept in your lower classes. So atomicity means the number of atom present in the molecule. For example, for hydrogen H2, here we have 2 atoms in hydrogen molecule. Similarly for nitrogen N2, so here also we have 2 nitrogen atom and oxygen O2. So here also we have 2 oxygen atoms. Similarly for fluorine F2, 2 fluorine atom, and chlorine 2 chlorine atom, and bromine Br2 there are 2 bromine atom, and for iodine there are 2 iodine atom. Now let us see the different types of atomicity. There are different types. According to the number of atom present in it, they are classified as monoatomic, diatomic, triatomic, polyatomic compound. Monoatomic means, mono means it refers to one, so it consists of one atom. And diatomic means it refers to two and it consists of two atoms. And triatomic means it consists of three atoms. And polyatomic means it consists of more than 3 atoms. Some of the example for monoatomic is noble gases, helium, neon, argon, which are highly inactive and they do not combine with other atoms. So here you can see examples for all the types. For monoatomic helium, I have told you it is a noble gas. And diatomic, it is fluorine. So in fluorine we have 2 atoms, F2. So it is diatomic. Another example is HCl, hydrochloric acid. So here you have one hydrogen and one Cl, which means it has one hydrogen atom and one chlorine atom. So totally 2 atoms present in it. Next example for triatomic, N2O. So here 2 nitrogen and 1 oxygen. So total 3 atom present in it. Similarly NO2, here 1 nitrogen and 2 oxygen. So totally 3 atoms. For O3, ozone. So here 3 oxygen atom present in it. Tetraatomic, phosphorus example. So P4, which means 4 atom present in it. Similarly polyatomic, C2H6. So here 6 atom, that is 2 carbon atom and 6 hydrogen atom present in it. So it is more than 4. So it is said to be polyatomic. So here you can see the noble gases helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. They are highly inactive and they are said to be monoatomic because they do not combine with other atoms. Next let us see the valency of an element. Valency means it nothing but the combining capacity of an element with other element is known as valency. For hydrogen, the valency is 1, and for chlorine, the valency is 1. So, for chlorine, one atom will combine and it form HCl. So, the valency of Cl is 1. So, one atom. So, let us see the examples. So, for chlorine, the valency is 1, and for oxygen it is 2, and for nitrogen it is 3, and carbon the valency is 4. So, when it has 1 valency, it is said to be monovalent. When it has 2 valency, it is said to be trivalent. When it has 2 valency, it is said to be divalent, and when it has 3 valencies, it is said to be trivalent, and when it has 4 valencies, it is said to be tetravalent. So, the valency will rise from 1 to 4 and falls to 1 and finally 0. So, here you can see the examples for monovalent, trivalent, tetravalent and divalent. For monovalent, it has 1 valency hydrogen, and for tetravalent, carbon 4 valencies, and trivalent, nitrogen 3 valencies, and for divalent, oxygen and sulfur, they has 2 valencies, and for monovalent, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, it has single valency, so it is monovalent. So, this is also an example which given in your textbook. In case of noble gases, the valency is 0 because it neither lose or gain in electrons. So, it is unstable elements. All these noble gases are said to be stable. So, it has no valencies. So, it is said to be 0 valency. Next is periodicity. Periodicity means appearing at certain intervals. The repetition of similar properties of elements after regular intervals is known as periodicity. Children, in today's class, we have learnt about symbols. Symbols means it is the abbreviation for the name of an element. And then we have seen formulae. Formula means nothing but it is a molecule which gives the number of atoms of the same or different element present in the molecule. Then we have seen formula of element. Under that we have seen diatomic, triatomic, monoatomic. Then we have seen valency of an element. Valency means the combining capacity of an element with other element is known as valency. In that we have seen monovalent, divalent, trivalent elements, and also we have seen that noble gases have 0 valencies. Children, I hope you all understood today's topic. The assignment for this video is you have to learn the following questions. What are the 3 ways to represent symbol of an element? What is mean by valency of an element? Explain formulae with suitable examples. Thank you, children. Meet you all in the next video.